It's the dinner tag. Thank you so much, Juanelo, for tagging me. I like to play games, but nobody wants to play any games with me. Well, not the kind of games that I want to play anyways. So thank you, Juanelo. Mwah. And also, let's just get right to it because I've already had some camera problems already. So let's get started. First question is, favorite crock pot meals? Chicken and dumplings and cabbage roll casserole. Both of which I've showed on my show. So check it out if you want to. I don't know, I use those refrigerated biscuits and it just is like so good. And I don't really like biscuits on their own because they're too dry, but in dumplings, yeah, really good stuff. Okay, favorite easy cleanup meal? When hubby takes me out. But if that doesn't happen, I like the dump dinners where you just put the aluminum foil on the bottom of your pan, throw your meat and your veggies and your potatoes in there, and when you're done cooking, you just take the aluminum foil, crumple it all up, and throw it away. It's all good. Favorite Pinterest dish? Well, I did find one for the low carbers out there, and I will put that in the description bar in case you're interested. I try not to look at the food on Pinterest too much because of the fact it's kind of like porn to me. I mean, sorry for saying that. I know that, you know, it's not very ladylike and all, but I don't know. It's just dangerous for me to look at all the food on there because everything just looks so amazing. So, healthiest dish that I make. What's healthy? Oh, no, but seriously, I think, you know, probably the good old standby that most people eat when they want, other than salads, is stir fry. So that's probably the healthiest dish, lots of veggies and everything. And also Rob kind of likes this dish that I make for him. It's yogurt, cottage cheese, fruit, and whipped cream. It's somewhat healthy, you know. Favorite soup I make, chicken and dumplings. Duh, I just went over the dumpling thing a few minutes ago, so if you didn't catch that, rewind. Most unique dish I make. If you've watched my videos, you know that I try to put my spin on every dish and make it kind of unique. Not purposely, just, you know, based on taste or the fact that I'm lazy. Also, here, you know, I've always been the type of person, I've always had weird food cravings, and everybody always says I'm pregnant. I could be 90 years old and people would still be saying that I was pregnant based on the weird food cravings. For instance, one time for 2 weeks straight, I had to have cottage cheese on everything. Pizza, lasagna, pizza and spaghetti, and it was kind of like lasagna. Everything was kind of like lasagna, no matter what. Can I actually get this video done without another problem happening? Okay, so my grandma used to say that if you're craving something, your body must need it. And since I didn't even like cottage cheese at the time that happened, my body must have thought I had osteoporosis. That's all I've come up with. Okay, so here's a dish that I have created on my own that's unique, interesting, and very good. It's a strange flavor combination. We go sometimes to this restaurant called the Mongolian Grill, and they cook everything on a big fire on a grill right in front of you. Well, anyways, it's like a stir fry. You can have noodles or rice or whatever you want with your stuff. And so at the table they have condiments like soy sauce and plum sauce and stuff. And then at the end of the meal they give you vanilla ice cream as dessert. And I put plum sauce on my vanilla ice cream. Something about that salty and the sweet. I am telling you what. Rob used to think I was crazy when I would do that, and then he tried it and said, yeah, you know, that's not bad. So if you're ever looking to try something, try vanilla ice cream with plum sauce. You won't regret it. Don't knock it until you try it. Don't knock it until you try it. I don't know what that was all about. Okay, so anyways, the next one. Favorite pasta dish? Ooh, it's gotta be the Italian carbonara. Ooh, anything with the word carb in it, you know it's gonna be delicious. Carbonara, it has the spaghetti noodles and the eggs and the bacon and the black pepper and then whatever kind of oil if you want to mix in. Cheese. Oh, it is yummy. I probably have, I probably gained and lost about 1,000 pounds of carbs in my life, to tell you the truth. Anyways, the next question is, what's your favorite kids meal? Don't have any biological children of my own, and despite my weird cravings, food cravings, never been pregnant, and so I don't have any like biological children, but I do have adopted fur babies, and I would tell you what their favorite types of food is, but they ain't too picky, and this is a dinner tag, and you might lose your appetite, so I just won't go there. We'll just leave it at peculiar and not picky. Favorite dish for a potluck, and this is kind of the last question on the tag, and it also comes with a couple funny stories. First of all, the favorite dish for me to bring to a potluck is always deviled eggs. Have you ever noticed people just love deviled eggs? If you bring it to a potluck, there will never be any leftovers. Even if you want leftovers because you like deviled eggs yourself, you better get it the first time when you're up. Because if you go back, there will not be deviled eggs left. People just love deviled eggs. So if you're looking for a crowd pleaser, always bring deviled eggs. I think it's just because of the fact that it's such a pain in the butt to make and crack and peel the eggs and all that, and people don't do it that often, and it's grubbing, but people just don't do it too often, and they don't want to mess with it. So I think that when they get a chance to have it, they just really want to have it. You know what I'm saying? Can I just get this video done without any more interruptions? I know what you're talking about, Juanelo. I'm starting to get grumpy, but anyways. Okay, so in closing, I'm going to tell a couple of funny stories, or at least I think that they're funny. I used to do the bingo and the potlucks over at the apartment complex my grandma used to live at. It was like an elderly person's apartment complex. And they called me their call girl because I called their bingo for them. Anyways, there's this lady named Marguerite, and she'd always come to bingo, and she was hard of hearing, and she'd never be wearing her hearing aids. And everybody would ask her, why'd you leave your hearing aids at home when you're playing bingo tonight? And she never had a good answer. So, and I have a loud voice, and my voice carries. So does my dog's. Shut up, Heidi. So anyways, you know, I'd be like, B4! And Marguerite would be like, what? And I'd be like, B4! And everybody was like trying to tell her, and she'd be asking everybody. It took like 15 minutes just to get one number out, with her not being able to hear, and then her talking and everybody else not being able to hear. Before, B4! I'd be yelling, and she'd be like, before what? And I mean, bless her heart, she was a really sweet lady, but I wish that she would have put her ears in before she'd come to bingo, because it made an hour bingo game go into like 2-3 hours, and after a while I start getting tired and cranky. So that's the first funny story. The fact that she would never wear her hearing aids to bingo, and the fact that they called me their call girl. Now here is my last funny story, and it has to do with Rob. Now, back when Rob and I were first courting, before he knew that I was the kind of adventurous gal that would take any challenge or dare or tag or whatever the case may have been. So I was like running errands, and I was downtown driving my car, and I was like had the earbud in, and Rob and I were talking on the phone, and you know, I've always loved wiener dogs, and so I see this guy walking on the sidewalk, and he has a wiener dog, and I tell Rob, I'm like, oh, there's the guy who has such a cute little wiener dog. And Rob says, oh, I bet you 100, or how did he say it? He said something like, I'll give you $100 if you get out of the car and ask that guy if you could pet his wiener. And I was always up for a dare, so I said, okay, sure. So I get out of the car, and I go up to him, and I says, oh, can I pet your wiener? And no exaggeration, he was just like, my wiener loves to be pet. So I proceeded to pet the wiener. And, you know, come to think of it, I must not have known Rob very well when we were courting either, because I didn't know what a vulture he was. He never did pay me back that $100, or never did pay me that $100 that he owed me for winning that bet. I think I have a phone call to make. I have to call and remind him of that. But that's the end of my tag, and they said at the very end you're supposed to tag 3 people. I would have tagged Food Porn Network and ammohead 73, but I'm pretty sure that they've already done this tag already. So I say I'll just tag whoever wants to do it, whoever wants to play this game and have fun. And thank you again, Juanelo, for tagging me, because I was starting to feel like that kid in gym class that was getting real close to being the last person who was tagged, and I'm not above like going, come on, pick me, pick me. And you did save me from having to tag myself for this tag. So thank you very much. I didn't have to look really, really, really lame. or any more lame than normal. So, thank you. Anybody who wants to have fun, do the tag, and thank you for watching, and hopefully this got taped this time. Talk to you later. Bye.